Previously on the Plant Room Makeover.
And welcome to my new series where I'm going to be redesigning and making over my plant room. I think like a lot of people being in quarantine right now and being inside 24/7 has definitely made me realize some of the little frustrating things about my living space. Definitely incorporating a matte black faux brick wall into this design. 8 feet is apparently a lot of feet because it did not fit, and I ended up having to fold the panels to fit the car. Alright, so I think the best word to describe the current state of the room is utter chaos. It went from disgusting and cluttered to just like now everything is super chaotic because I still have all of my plants in here. There's just been furniture that still has been in here that needs to be moved out, but they're just holding all of my plants right now. So I think our first priority is to put up the shelves so that we can relocate all the plants onto the shelves. So I have some shelves already up. These used to hold my mug collection. If you don't know, I collect Starbucks mugs from around the world, but they don't fit plants because they're quite a shallow shelf. So these need to come down so that we can put up my new LECA shelves from IKEA. Alright, I'm gonna go get them. They were just delivered from IKEA today. Let's go.
Well, little did I know that everything would go downhill from here.
So I can't find the right bit for my screwdriver, which is not a problem I had anticipated on having. So we're gonna wing it, and if I have to, I guess I'll use a screwdriver. Ow! You legitimately just poked me. That hurt so bad. Okay, it's level. Okay, do it.
I forgot which hose. And there's only 2. Are you sure there's no other screws?
William, I think these one will work. I found a whole box of them. I think they'll work. That sounded like drywall.
No stud.
Alright, so here's the issue. Everything that could go wrong went wrong. These walls are not secured on here correctly. They will definitely fall down any minute. And that's that. And I'm probably going to ignore that and not do it correctly for now. Yay!
Yo, what up? It's Editing Jen here to tell you the full story of what an idiot I was when I was trying to install those damn shelves. I think the clips kind of showed you a little bit of the story, but I'm going to tell you the full list of everything that went wrong. So first, I couldn't find the drill bit to the drill, but we overcome that. I used a drill bit from a different drill, like it was fine, and I successfully took down the old shelves that were there, which by the way I installed correctly, and then there was this huge ass scratch on the wall because it used to be my brother's room. I don't know. I think he like was moving his bed out or something. And it left this huge scratch, and so I was trying to do just like a touch up just to cover that scratch. And my mom said that we had, like done like some touch ups from the wall a couple of years ago, so there should be a painted can in the garage that would be color matched perfectly to the wall. I found 2 different cans of white paint in the garage, and as it turns out, neither of those were the right color. Like, one of them was legitly like almost yellow, and none of the walls in our house are that color, so I have no idea where that paint can came from, but it was definitely not from whatever touch-ups that she was doing. So then I ended up with basically this patch on the wall that had a huge scratch and then off-colored paint painted on top of that. But I was like, it's fine, I'll just install the new shelves directly over what that scratch is and it'll hide the majority of it, and then I'll just put like a plant there, it'll be great, it's fine. And then I was installing the shelves with my brother, and originally the plan was to do these 4 LECA IKEA shelves centered on the wall, just like one directly like above each other, and then we were measuring and like how I would have to have them spaced. My plants wouldn't fit because most of my plants are taller than like the 12 inches or whatever that I would have allotted for between the shelves. So we were like, well, I guess we'll have to do like a pattern to do like a, make it off-centered so that I can have some taller plants on each side. Like, okay, cool, it'll be cute, that's fine. We can roll with that. And then so we were putting them up, and then we realized that I was a dum-dum, and I had, in the design that I had drawn, where the shelf went does not cover that scratch on the wall at all, but if I had flipped the design, it would have totally covered it. So, but whatever, it was whatever. I already like started to put them up, so we're like, whatever, I'll just go buy some paint at Lowe's post corona, I'll be fine, I'll cover it up later, whatever. And then so we were starting to put up the new LECA shelves, and I don't know why I thought this, but I thought that IKEA would give you the hardware to put up your shelves, but as it turns out, they don't do that. You have to provide your own hardware. And I had like 4 drywall anchors left in the packet that I had bought the last time I installed shelves. And so I went rummaging through our garage, and I found this box of drywall screws, and I would be like, maybe that'll work. So we decided to use that box of drywall screws, and I was putting them up, and I was like, yeah, these are definitely not hitting studs. Like, these are definitely drywall without drywall anchors. And like, I took an engineering class in high school, like I knew that was a bad idea. Did I really care because I'd already put in like 12 hours of work to not put up shelves? Should I have cared? For the record, my brother wants everyone to know that he told me that this was a bad idea, and I was like, let's do it anyway. So he wants to be absolved of, all the blame here. So we got them up. We ran out of screws at the end. We were missing I think 4 or 5. And anyways, I put them up. It was, cute. And I was like, well, maybe I'll just put 1 or 2 plants on there just to see what that would look like. So I started putting a couple plants on there, trying to, play with the shelving, and then I realized in the clip where you see everything fall down, the plant, I realized it was really unstable, so I started taking the plants off because I was like, yeah, I think it's gonna fall. I was worried about the shelf that I was holding though, because that seemed really, really unstable. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna take these off, and I thought that the one that actually ended up falling was the most stable one. So I was putting plants on there as I was trying to hold up the other shelves, and that plant went, or that shelf went kaboom. So it went down. My parents were mad because the carpet was pretty dirty. I wasn't really necessarily planning on deep cleaning the carpet, but I ended up deep cleaning the carpet, which is probably a good thing because it's probably been a while since I last did that anyways. So yeah, but you know, it's no fun to have just a full video of fails, so I'm gonna redeem myself, so I hope you keep on watching.
Alright, hello my friends. It is now the next day. Yesterday was when the whole shelving fiasco happened. I still need to check on a lot of my plants that took a big oopsies. This carpet is now a mess and I'm gonna need to clean this carpet. But I decided that I've put in weeks and weeks of work into this project and quite a bit of money, so I'm gonna just do it and do everything over again and do it right this time. I feel like a lot of the issues that stemmed especially from the shelf was the fact that I didn't want to go to Lowe's because I really didn't want to leave the house unless it was like absolutely essential. Well, I'm gonna call this time an essential trip. Please do not come at me for coming to Lowe's. I promise I have not been irresponsible with leaving the house. I don't even like grocery shop for my family, so like I literally have not been out of the house in probably 3 weeks. So yeah, and I was very careful about it. I wore a mask, I wrote down everything I needed and what aisle they were in, so then I went, you know, in and out. But let's do a haul for what I got at Lowe's today, and how I'm going to redo this project and do it correctly this time. Alright, let's get into it. So, the first thing I bought was a stud finder. Woo! Yay me. And so now we can find where the studs are and where to properly screw them in. I went and bought more screws so that we do not run out of screws this time. I think there's something like, there's 950 screws in here, so definitely will not be running out of screws. And then in the places where there are not studs, I went and got drywall anchors. This is the drywall anchors I used when I put up the other shelves that were in this room, and those shelves did not fall down. They were very secure, so I just went ahead and bought the same brand of drywall anchors again. Okay, I went and got more of the large size command picture hooks. I'm going to re-secure the faux brick wall up, and I bought enough this time. Alright. I also got a proper leveler because I was using my phone, and I don't think that was very accurate because honestly everything looked leveled when I was like guesstimating, so I bought an actual one. It wasn't that expensive. I think this was like less than $10, so we can make sure that everything is properly leveled. Alright, and then I got paint roller, one of these foamy roller things for touch-ups, foam roller covers. These ones are made especially for textured walls. They were more expensive than the regular ones, but I have textured walls, so I hope these work. I got a cheap paintbrush because we already have paintbrushes, but I bought another one just in case. Putty knife. I was using random things. I just bought the damn putty knife. It's like $3. Alright. Plastic drop cloth so that my dad doesn't get mad at me. Because I was painting for a while there without a drop cloth. He got very mad at me. Paint tray liner. And it comes with like a few so that I don't dirty the actual paint tray. And then last but not least, I got some paint. So I got the tricorn black. I got it in the Valspar brand though. Apparently I could do that. I didn't know. I just gave him the paint swatch of the tricorn black and was like, hi, can I get a quart of this? And I was buying a gallon of white paint for the wall. And he was like, do you want the same brand in the black? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I got, this is Sherwin-Williams tricorn black, but I got it in Valspar signature. I don't really know how paint works, but it looks black, so I'm sure it will be great. So I spent probably like $200 at Lowe's today. Let's see. Almost $200 at Lowe's today, but I am going to do this project right this time and redeem myself. Alright, let's get into it.
Girl, I'm looking at a face I don't recognize today myself. Don't know what to say, things ain't the same. I felt that we lost our way, the street is two ways. And girl, and everybody keeping to themselves, I know you're sorry.
Alright, update. This wall is now finished. It is painted white. It's Valspar Jour. It is a brighter white than the room currently is, but I really like that because there'll be less contrast between the wall and the shelves now, which I think will look very, very good. My mom was telling me that I should just paint the other two walls in this room as well, and I might eventually, but I'm kind of painted out. So right now I'm just very happy with this. This is right now one coat, and I kind of feel like I don't need a second coat because I was painting white on white. But I think I'm gonna let it dry and then tomorrow morning come back and see if I need to do a second coat or not. I'm really happy I put down the drop cloth because I somehow got paint like all over me. Guess it happens. Woo! Hi everyone, welcome back. So pretty much wearing the same outfit today because I already got these overalls like covered in paint and dirty, and I don't want to get other clothes dirty. But today we're gonna try to put up the shelves again, but correctly this time. I don't really have anyone to help me right now because everyone's really busy, but we're gonna attempt to see what I can do by myself, and then if I can't lift the shelves by myself, then I'll wait till tonight when people are back and free. But yeah, okay, so I am using the tools I bought. I also found out that my uncle has this very fancy laser leveler stud finder, and he was like, why did you go buy a stud finder? I have one, but I already bought one, so I'm using both. So I use my stud finder that I just bought to find where the studs in my walls are, and then marked it with tape, with the blue tape. And then and then I also went, you can't really tell because you're kind of far away, but with white tape I marked out where I want the shelves to be, like vertically. And then I'm using that laser level, and then I'm gonna try to mark out where the screw holes are using like the thingamajig, and then marking which ones go into studs and which ones are drywall, so then I could try to put in some drywall anchors. That's the plan. Let's see how it goes. Wish me luck. Okay, so I need a pencil. Got a pencil, and then we're starting with this one because it's eye level. Okay, so I marked here this tape. So the thing about these shelves is that the support bar beam isn't the length of the actual shelf, it's much shorter than the length of the shelf. So I just had to do like some math, but basically I wanted the shelves to be 6 inches off the walls on each side, and then the distance between the end of the shelf and this first like support bar is 14.75. So I did 6 plus 14.75, got those measurements, and I marked where this bar is supposed to go on the wall over here. Perfect. So this is what a drywall anchor looks like, and basically what it does is once it goes into the wall, so this is the wall, right? So once it goes into the wall, it's gonna pop, and this end right here, they're gonna expand like this so that it keeps this in place, and then you screw the screw into here. Alright, you can probably tell that it is now many hours later. I put some drywall anchors in. I think some of the holes actually end up lining up with the stud. Let's hope that's the case. Let's try to put up the shelf. I just got the very last one on top up. Let's put up the shelves. Hello, so it is now the next day, and the shelves are up. I removed the problematic shelf we talked about yesterday. I don't know if I actually explained what was going on, but basically my stud finder says that there was a horizontal stud that lined up with the top row of where the anchors were, and so when I was trying to screw it in, it doesn't feel like there was a stud, but when I tried to put drywall anchors in, they wouldn't go in. It kept feeling like they were hitting something and they wouldn't go in. Like, I tried multiple spots, so then I ended up you know, like having to yank out those drywall anchors that I tried to put in, which left like huge holes. So then I spackled it, and the spackle has to be cured for 24 hours. So it's been 24 hours, and I tried to put just regular screws in, and honestly it doesn't feel all that secure, but there were anchors on the bottom row, so I think that I just have to be like very, very conscious to not put a lot of weight on this shelf, but I do have faith in all of the other shelves. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna like style these shelves yet. I'm just gonna put all of my plants on them so that I can clean up this room and finish the black wall behind me with that third coat of paint. Yeah, it's honestly like a wreck in here, possibly worse than before I started. So let's do it. Woo! Love this for me. Okay, we're gonna clean it though.
Sunday morning, waking up with you. We got no plans, we got nothing to do. You tell me you love me, I go start the coffee. Sunday morning, easy love with you. Okay, okay, okay. I'm your sunshine mixed with a little hurricane. White hot angel with a daredevil's brain. This feeling, I just can't fight it. You know all the ways I like it. My north, you're my south, you're my east, you're my west. When you see me at my worst, try to make me feel my best. This love, we just can't deny it. You know all the ways I like.
Okay, so the chair is still outside, but hopefully this is the angle in which my videos will be filmed from now on, with the plants in the background. Obviously the plants are put up there haphazardly right now, and it's not going to look like this as a final product, but yeah, I'm really excited. I think this looks good.